Hello everyone, and yesterday we all received news that is quite interesting, and I think you all should check it out and hear about this. And it concerns our old friend who has been mentioned several times on this channel, Bahar Mustafa. Yes, Bahar Mustafa. For those of you who don't know who she is, because I've got quite a few new subs now since the last time I covered her. Bahar Mustafa was a student diversity officer at Goldsmiths University of London, and she was well known for organising a diversity meeting but refusing to invite any white people, and then claimed that it wasn't racist, while then on Twitter writing several quite racist tweets and sending pictures of her pretending to cry in front of a picture saying no cis white men please, and with white tears, etc. And she also tweeted something called "Kill all white men," and now she's been arrested. Now, those of you who don't know the story, you would think, oh, I guess she must have been arrested for disobeying the discrimination laws. Wrong. You would be absolutely wrong. She has been arrested for tweeting #KillAllWhiteMen, which was a hashtag that loads of social justice warriors and feminists were tweeting. Not just her, but because of her notoriety and the fact she got a bit internet famous because of this, and also she filmed herself in front of students, basically in a long speech to people saying that I didn't do anything wrong, I'm not racist, you can't be racist to white people, which she said. And then she did a few other tweets saying how, oh, Owen Jones, please help us working class people, despite the fact she lives in a £250,000 house, which is something that people from the working class cannot afford to live in. But that's another topic for another day entirely. So she's been arrested because of these tweets that she wrote, #KillAllWhiteMen, and people have been spreading this other hashtag called I Stand With Bahar. Now, the crux of this video is, do I stand with her as a proponent of free speech, quite a hardline proponent of free speech, or do I think she deserves this punishment and, be a hypocrite? Potentially. I say this, I do stand with her right to freedom of speech, but I don't stand with her. I don't stand for her. I don't like that hashtag. I would never use that hashtag, considering the last time we used it, it was I Stand With Tariq. And the less said about Tariq Musa, the better. But I totally think it was wrong for her to be arrested. I do believe that she should have been fired from her job because she couldn't keep her prejudiced, social justice, extreme progressive views out of her work to the point she was actually affecting students. Remember, she stopped white people from appearing at a diversity meeting, diversity, which means everyone who could possibly be considered diverse, including white people, should be at that meeting to discuss things about race. The idea that you would not have white people is absurd, but apart from that, I don't think she should really have been arrested for kill all white men. Now, I do agree with someone like Goodfella who thinks that she should be held to the same standard. I do believe that. I do believe that she really ought to be punished because the law is the law. But morally, I don't think she should have been. I don't think we should be arresting people for tweeting this shit on Twitter. I mean, she wasn't being serious when she meant kill all white men, but it didn't help that she was actually prejudiced towards white men, which is probably a motivation behind the Scotland Yard arresting her, because they've seen her history of being racist towards white people. Remember, these are normies doing the investigation, not social justice warriors, and not people like us, the more libertarian left/right, And I use that term more in the political compass thing, not actual libertarians. So, no wonder she's been arrested. But I can't help but think she shouldn't have been, even though at the same time I can't help but think she deserves it. And the law is the law. I personally think that the way she's been arrested, and other people that Goodfella pointed out in his video, I don't think most of them deserve to be arrested. I don't think she deserves to be arrested. She certainly deserves to be fired. I will defend her right to say what she wants to say, anytime, anywhere. Because without her saying this shit, how am I supposed to get material? How am I supposed to show the world how incredibly prejudiced and idiotic this ideology is? How am I supposed to show them that these censorious half-wits are actually a danger to society as we know it, as well as other outside threats as well, and religion, etc. So, yeah, I that's why I want her free speech to not be infringed. I don't want her to be arrested because of that. But at the same time, it is karma. It's beautifully, beautifully happened. It's such cosmic justice. I can't believe it. It makes me feel such schadenfreude. It's unbelievable. But at the end of the day, you know, I have to stand by my principles. I won't stand with her because, you know, I disagree entirely with what she has to say. And, you know, as someone who's part white, I don't like having half my family being the subject of racist tweets that she happened to be tweeting. So, you know, but what are we going to do? What are we going to do? The law's the law. There's not much I can do. I don't think she'll be sent to jail, personally. I think they'll probably give her a slap on the wrist because, hey, she's a woman. She's got a better chance of getting away with it than men. So yeah, I stand by her right to freedom of speech. I don't think she should have been arrested, but I think she should have been fired, and I think the law's the law, and, well, you reap what you sow, social justice. This is what happens when you advocate censorship. It comes around and bites you in the arse, okay? This is what happens. You know that poem, when they came for the Jews, etc., etc., I did nothing, I just wanted my yam. That has happened to you. Every time this happens, people advocate for censorship, etc., and then it always comes back to hurt them, because then the powers that be can use these new laws that the people wanted against them. And now we're back to an oppressive regime that we tried and largely succeeded years ago in curbing, but now you've only gone and made everything worse, not just for us, but for yourselves. Anyway, this has been CharmingMan93. Like and share the video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all later.